Yeah, so Smart FS here. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fired up. All right, so you know how we do it. We break it down all the way from the higher time frame. Are you fired up? So on the screen here we have BTC and now we are coming to look at how to do top-down analysis on BTC. Let's see how you can do top-down analysis, the high and low, okay, on BTC. So doing the top-down analysis, meaning we are starting from the higher time frame. We are starting from the higher time frame, and that higher time frame is the monthly time frame. So already it is BTC on the monthly time frame. So looking at what is happening on the monthly time frame, we have the monthly support somewhere here, okay, and this support here is the floor where market got supported from by the buyers or the buying pressure. From the market has been moving all the way to the upside until market hit the monthly resistance, and that resistance is the ceiling where market is now facing rejections, okay, facing rejections, struggling to break it above. Now from there, what happened? Market sold aggressively to the downside. So let's go ahead and then we identify the market structure the right way. So looking at the market structure, always make sure you identify the structure, okay? Do not assume that you know already. I'm talking to my lovely beginners. Always make sure you draw the structure repeatedly, okay, on all the time frames, because that is going to help you a lot. Remember, repetition brings about specialization, okay? Then specialization brings mastery. Then after the mastery, money will become the byproduct. Now let's identify the market structure. From here we have a high, we have a low. Market now give us higher high, we have higher low. So this is the BTC on the monthly time frame. From there we now have higher high to the monthly resistance. Now markets now sold aggressively to the downside like this, created lower low. You can see now market broke below the previous low here. So we have this as low. Market is now giving us lower low. Okay, now if you look at what happened over here, this low, the market broke it over there. Let me mark it like this for you to see. We know from the principles of market structure that for a bullish trend to be valid, the previous low supposed not to break. Always the previous high supposed to break. So the moment market got rejected and broke below the previous low like this, that is violation of market structure. That is change of character from bullish now to bearish. And this is happening on the monthly time frame. Now if you look at this support here, we have a support which was initially resistance over there. So this is a strong key level. The market broke it to the downside. So what do? We wait for pullback. Now on the monthly time frame, the pullback is happening already. So all we need to do is to wait for this pullback to finish. Then we look for further sell to the downside, following the market structure, pure market structure. Open your eyes. This is no fight. Open your eyes. Are you fired up? Now this is going to be the monthly structure understanding. So that means from the resistance over there, we should be looking for selling opportunity like this. Just doing this for you to understand what is happening on the monthly. So that means on the monthly, initially the structure was bullish, but this is no more bullish structure. So we wait for this pullback to finish, then we pull the trigger for the sell. So I believe it's making sense like this. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead, remove all of this. Now we move to the next smaller time frame. So let me cater for this support over there, which is making sense as yeah, okay, so we cater for that. Now let's go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly, we're gonna mark the weekly highs and lows, and also to confirm what is happening on the monthly time frame. Are you fired up? So from there, let's zoom the chart a bit so we can see what is happening clearly. Now after zooming the chart a bit like this, I can see there is a weekly high somewhere here, another weekly high. This is far from the current price though, but now let's identify the structure again. Now you can see that the change of character that we saw on the monthly time frame, this even happened long time on the weekly. As this market was bullish, we have a high, we have a low, we have higher high, we have higher low. So this is now like equal highs, double top over there. Market sold, broke below the neckline. You can see this. Now we have another low, another high, lower low, pulling back to give us lower high. So from there we should be anticipating another lower low to the downside, following pure market structure. Open your eyes, there is no fight. So the change of character happened when market broke below this low, broke below this low also. Now this is the bigger one that we saw on the monthly time frame. You understand that? So BTC now from the monthly recent structure is bearish, weekly also bearish. Are you fired up? Beautiful. So I'm just doing all of this for you to make sure you understand. Now if you look at the weekly structure understanding also, price is now at this resistance. So meaning from here, did the same thing that we saw on the monthly. So the weekly time frame is also giving us the same understanding. Open your eyes, there is no fight. Open your eyes. So that means from the resistance here like this, we should be looking for further sales to the downside. That is BTC USD on the weekly time frame. So this is a weekly structure understanding. I believe it's making sense. Beautiful. Now let's remove all of this. So there's nothing to analyze on the weekly time frame again. There's nothing to analyze. So let's go to the 1D time frame. So on the 1D time frame, we're going to pay attention to the volume of this market. So on the 1D, I'm going to make my chart a bit small like this so I can pay attention to the overall direction. After the overall, before we zoom the chart and focus on the recent structure. So this is the overall direction. We have a low, we have a high, we now have lower low, pulling back to give us lower high, then another lower low to the downside. So on the daily time frame, the overall is still bearish, meaning from the monthly to the weekly to the daily, we are getting the same information. Are you fired up? Your work is to focus on the market structure, because market structure is telling you who is in control, whether buyers or sellers. So if you're able to identify those who are in control, then you follow them. And I keep repeating it that when you follow them, they will pay you for being a good boy, being an obedient child. But if you go against them, no problem. They will sit down and watch you pay for being stubborn. So let's be good boys and girls so that we can get something small. Beautiful. Now let's be fired up. Now this low showing over here, let me cater for it. Definitely, let me cater for this low. Okay. So from there, let's zoom the chart. Let's zoom the chart. So this key level that you are seeing here, this is a key level that we mark on the monthly time frame. Okay. So let me zoom back to the left to see. Okay, so that is it. That was the previous resistance, then to support over here like this. Okay, so I want to zoom it a bit to make sure I cater for. Okay, let me adjust this to cater for the lowest low over there. Beautiful. So let's go to the current price, then we see what is happening. Beautiful. So after moving on to the current price, it's closer. It's closer. Okay. And now this, we are seeing this on the daily time frame. We are seeing this on the daily time frame. So now, if you look at what is happening here, when this market, okay, created this low over there, pullback creates the high, this market should just sell and give us another lower low. But because of maybe lack of volatility, markets created a high, now started scrolling, small, pull back to retest that monthly resistance. Okay, then current price is there. So all we need to do right now is to move, okay, to make sure we understand what is happening here clearly. then we capitalize on this move. From there, this market is going to sell to break below all this low. It's going to sell, BTC is going to sell based on what is happening on the monthly time frame. So how do we now get the best entry from here? How do we now get the best entry from there? How do we now get the best entry from here? We are on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, there's nothing to analyze again. So now let's move to the 4-hour time frame, so we can see what is happening clearly over there, and also to add more meaning to it, so we can come out with valid deductions from the premises. All right, so beautiful. So now we understand that this bullish structure that we are seeing here like this looks like bullish structure, right? But that's just a pullback to retest the zone. So that key level, so let's cater for this. Let's go ahead and mark some key levels here. Let me cater for this also. So now let me adjust this a bit. Good. So this is what we now have on the 4-hour time frame. Let me cater for this low also. Let me check something with a trend line. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. So this from this resistance over there, from that resistance over there, we are seeing a rejection. I don't know if you can also see it clearly, but open your eyes. This is BTC on the 4-hour. So from the resistance over the market gave us low, pullback giving us a high. Now we have lower low. So market is now selling back with a weak trend from that monthly resistance. This was on the monthly time frame. That was a support. The market broke it. Monthly change of character. That is it. This is the key level. It was initially support. The market broke it, pulling back for a retest. So now that retest is done on the smaller time frame. The market is selling small. Is now selling with weak trend. Can you see that? So now from here we have lower low. It's pulling back to give us lower high. So like this, lower low, lower high, lower low. So that is what we should be anticipating right away. That is what is happening. Okay, so that means on the 4-hour time frame, let me show you this one first. You can see there is a low here like this. Before market broke it below, then pulling back for a retest. So let's mark it like that. So let me zoom it for you to see. So that's a key level that we mark. That's a key level. After marking it, here is making sense as resistance. Inside over there is making sense as support. Okay, so what is now the 4-hour structure understanding? We haven't talked about the zone yet too. But let's mark the zone. Now you can see the key level that we mark over there is closer to the current price. So meaning we're gonna have a zone over there. Any key level that is closer to the current price, we make it a zone. Okay, so meaning we're going to have a zone over there. After marking the zone, can you really see the zone? This is the zone. I know some of you are seeing two key levels, so let me make it like this. So now that is the zone. After marking the zone like this, you can see we have a low, tap to the zone, pull back, giving us a high. Now you can see the bearish candle. Market already broke below the zone, so we have lower low, pulling back for a retest. So that means from the zone over there, all we need to do is to wait for look for better entries, then we pull the trigger. So this is going to be the 4-hour structure understanding. This is going to be the 4-hour structure understanding. And don't forget that this is the same thing that we saw on the monthly, on the weekly. I've been drawing it like this. This is the same thing we saw on the monthly, weekly, daily. Now on the 4-hour time frame, that's the same thing that we are seeing. So let me make it like this, meaning from the resistance over there, we should be looking for selling opportunity like this. So you can see how all the time frames are in line. So this is how we get best swing trade. So if we get the confirmation for the sell is over, it's going to be A plus. Can you see that? I believe you are following. Open your eyes, so there's nothing difficult over here. Now we are not taking the trade on the 4-hour time frame, so let's remove this, take off this. Now before we move to the next smaller time frame, which is the 1-hour time frame, let's see if the zone is actually making sense. So we look to the left. Okay, we look to the left, but before we move to the left, let's see. Recently here we have resistance. Inside over there is support. When we further look to the left, we have resistance here, resistance over there. You can see multiple rejections. So market has been respecting this particular zone for long, hence it's likely to be respected again. So anytime you mark your zone, make sure you cross check to the left. As you are looking to the left, you are not looking for TP or SL, but you are rather looking for what? Multiple contacts. You are looking for previous resistance like this turning to support, or vice versa. Does it make sense? Now let's be fired up. So from there we are moving to the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, the first thing we're going to do is to work on this to reconfirm the market structure. Okay, so now on the 1-hour time frame, we are seeing slight bearish. I'm coming and let me see. Let me cater for multiple touches like this. So this is going to be like double top on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, this is going to be double top, 1 2. This is another type. It's not it doesn't give us equal highs over there, but this is another type of double top. If there is too much selling pressure, you see that the second high failed to give to retest the same level with the first one. Okay, so that means from here market gave us a high, pullback giving us low. We have equal highs over there, which is now double top. From the market sold, broke below the previous low, which is now the neckline for the double top. Now we have lower low. What do you anticipate? Pullback to give us a lower high. From there, what happened? Further sells to the downside. So you can see from the monthly to the 1 hour, the same thing we are seeing. From the monthly to the 1 hour, the same thing we are seeing. From the monthly to the 1 hour, the same thing. So after working on the market structure, the next thing we are going to work on is the zone. So from here, my zone is too small. Let me expand the zone a bit. So this market is now pulling back for a retest. So let me expand the zone a bit and wait for that. Now let me see. So if we want to do this, we can really, I don't really like making my chart small like this, but this is giving us swing trade setup, so we can really hold this for long. We can really hold this for long. Now let me see something here. Let me see something here. Alright, good. So now you can see my trend line. My trend line is also making sense. So how do I get my entry from here? Now we understand the structure already, as market created a double top over there, broke below the zone, pulling back for a retest. So whatever is happening here, we don't care. Whatever is happening within that zone, we don't care. All we need to do right now is to mark the previous low as our entry, final entry confirmation. So if market pull back, retesting the zone, going for liquidity, whatever market want to, whatever manipulation, we don't really care like that. So the moment we only care when we see break of the structure, break of the previous low. Okay, break of the previous low, then we're gonna pull the trigger. Stop loss above. Then let me see if I can target some bigger sell, because everything is okay. Let me just target this one. That is 1:4. We can really target bigger sell, but let me just target 1:4. So with the 1:4. I can still zoom my chart a bit because I love it when I'm seeing the candles like that. Yeah, good, good. Take note, when you are swing trading, you don't over risk because you are going to hold the trade for long, meaning market is going to show you shege for long. You're going to see massive profits, will pull back, small profits, come back, you're going to see losses, then you could come back in profits, you're going to see shege for long. So if you are swing trading, then you start with a high risk, big lots, small retracements, you can be taken out before the juicy market starts giving the juice. So you have to start with small lot size. Along the line, you can be adding position, setting break even, or trailing stop. Okay. So from the monthly, I love this analysis. From the monthly to the 1 hour, the same thing. No violation anywhere, no consolidation anywhere. You see that? So if we get this confirmation, it's going to be A plus. It's going to be A plus. A plus doesn't mean you should take a high risk. Okay, so market is currently pulling back to retest the zone. After retesting the zone, this market can decide to go for liquidity. You understand that markets can decide to go for liquidity. Whatever happening, we don't really care. But the moment we see a clear direction and market broke below this previous low, that is where we're going to take the entry. Okay, that means sellers are in control, they are not joking. So break of this structure indicates trend continuation confirmation for us, because we're going to read it like this. We have a low, high, lower low, lower high, so lower low, lower high, lower low, like that. So the moment we see the previous low break, trend continuation confirmation. This previous low break, trend continuation confirmation. Next one break, trend continuation confirmation. Are you fired up? So that is going to be my full technical analysis on BTCUSD. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, I might post it on my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, alright? Turn on the notification so that anytime we post a video, you come and you'll be notified. Come and watch it and practice. Don't watch it and go and sleep. You see how we are taking time breaking it down. Okay? So you watch, you practice, and then all the analysis that we've been doing, anytime I get the confirmation, be posting the full setup like this to the free signal group. And we also have a free class for the beginners, beginner to the intermediate. We also have a free class for them. So just go to the description of this video. If you are watching it on YouTube, just go to the description of this video. The free Telegram group link is there. Click on it, join the free Telegram group, and then I'll be dropping updates on how you can join I'll be sharing the link. Okay, so you can join the beginners class for free. If you are watching it live on YouTube, the link is on the bio. Live on TikTok, sorry, the link is on the bio. Telegram group link is on the bio. Just tap on the link. Then the first option that will come, free Telegram. Click on free Telegram. Click on the three dots at the right top corner. Click on open in browser. Then it will take you straight to the free Telegram group. So if you're also in the free Telegram group, every day we come live here to learn. Every day we learn, alright? So if you're also in the free Telegram group, you can be following us here and be learning every day. Every day is a learning day. Alright, so apart from that, today is going to be my full technical analysis on BTC USD. I'll be checking it, okay? I'll be watching it. So anything apart from that, signing out.